Welcome to the Arts and Medicine Studio. Today, we're going to talk about conflict. Conflict is not a fun sounding word, and it's not an easy thing to manage when you have to go through it. But we need your help. Lizzy has some trouble today. She's going to share the situation with us, and I hope that you guys could maybe help her feel better or maybe give her some advice. Maybe you have some of your own experience to share. And sharing is art. So, how about we see what Lizzy's problem is? Hello, Lizzy.
Hi there, Nitza.
What happened?
So it's a bit of a long story, but I have a dog. Her name is Billy. We adopted her last year, and she's been really great to have around. She loves her beds. She has a bed in every room. She loves her toys, and she loves most of all her dinner.
Eat that spinach. You already ate everything but the spinach. You gotta eat your spinach. Eat your spinach, Billy. Oh, good girl.
But then recently, we volunteered to provide a foster home for another dog. Her name is Tortilla.
Tortilla.
And the new dog came to stay with us. And well, Billy has been having a really hard time sharing her beds, sharing her toys, and sharing her food. She doesn't like it. And so I was wondering, the studio is such a fun, collaborative environment. And I was wondering if there was anything at the studio that might help me bring the dogs together, or have some creative ideas that might come out of this.
The studio is a really perfect place to try to figure out how and if conflict is really conflict, because if you're not feeling good, you may not want to share, or you really would want to be a friend of someone who really doesn't feel like being a friend at that moment. And I really feel that experiencing that and learning to understand where the person comes from changes it from conflict to just different stories. So, I can understand Tortilla coming into like a new school and everybody's been there and she's new and maybe she's trying too hard to be a friend. You know how we solve it in the studio is by making a project for everyone, like a painting we did that had to do with inviting everyone who walked around to paint it. So we created a background and we invited people to see their associations. Some people saw birds and shrimp. Somebody stuck a paper airplane into it. Someone made a cast of their hand and we stuck it on the top corner. Everybody treated their own way. There's a kid that came with a medicine cup and filled it up with paint and kept pouring it, and everybody was so different, but at the end it was just one painting. Lizzie, your house is one house and everybody needs to learn how to share, but you need to understand that Billy has the right not to want to play. Like, do you always want to play with others?
No, not always. You're right. This is a great help to me. I love seeing all of the different perspectives in that painting. And you're right. It really is a matter of just having a different point of view. And once you hear someone else's story, you start to understand a little bit more about their point of view. And it must be hard for Tortilla, and it's also really hard for Billy. And thank you for sharing that.
Thank you so much for fostering a dog. So if you guys out there at home would like to help Lizzy and I figure out more about conflict or about the lack of conflict, drawings, poems, writing, anything you could do to help us figure out what do you suggest we do. All that sent to aimnitza@gmail.com. And I hope we inspired you to realize everybody's point of view may be different, but maybe it's not a conflict. Bye bye.
So long.